The Brooklyn Nets are officially back in business, and just before all the comments attack me saying I'm overreacting over one game as the team literally just went on an 11-game losing streak, this video is hardly going to be talking about just this one win, and instead I'm talking about their entire situation as a whole. As everyone in the NBA world knows, the Brooklyn Nets committed a blockbuster deal with the Philadelphia 76ers where James Harden and Paul Millsap were sent to Philadelphia in exchange for Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 first-round picks. This deal made waves around the NBA world as there were many varying opinions on who were the winners and losers of this trade, and honestly only time will tell who will inevitably be the team that won this deal, as it'll all depend on how these teams perform in the playoffs. Now, for this video, I will solely focus on the Brooklyn Nets side of the trade, with little analysis on the 76ers, as we know more about how this has already positively impacted the Nets since 2 of the guys they acquired in the deal played last night against the Sacramento Kings. For starters, I think this deal was very positive for both clubs, and specifically for the Nets. If Ben Simmons ends up playing alongside Kyrie and KD, which he is expected to do so, there should be no question that the Brooklyn Nets would once again be the favorites to win the NBA championship. Also, only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed, so if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. Enjoy the video. On top of acquiring Simmons, that I will get into later in this video, who not to mention already looks and has stated that he's much happier in this current situation, the Nets added Seth Curry, a man who has been having a very underrated season and also the best season of his career by a mile, and Andre Drummond, who was the backup center for the Sixers, who was incredibly underutilized on that team and can be a fantastic addition, being a part of this squad, proving over the years that he can rebound with the best in the league, he can play defense, and has consistently been a factor in the paint on both sides of the ball. Seth and Drummond both started in last night's win and both had very strong performances. Curry had a team-high 23 points, grabbed 7 rebounds and 5 assists, while shooting 55% from the field, and Drummond only ended up playing 24 minutes in this game, yet he scored 11 points, grabbed 9 rebounds, set up his teammates with 4 assists, and he acquired 2 steals and a block on the night. The way these two were able to be inserted into this lineup and make this kind of an impact on this game has already significantly increased the morale of practically everyone on this team, and what these two are going to bring to the table in terms of depth is going to play a large role in the success this team has in the playoffs, as these two are both extremely solid pieces. Bruce Brown, during his post-game interview, said nothing but great things about how all these guys are connecting with each other after the trade deadline, being at a level that he's yet to see this season. And we also learned days after the trade that it had seemed like Harden was very upset with this current Brooklyn situation, and this could very well be the reason for the lack of team chemistry and their recent poor performances. Brown said that the team was in Miami together, and there was this moment that he did not specify where they all just clicked, and from that point on it's been nothing but great things for this club, as they were also able to snap this horrific losing streak. This is going to do wonders for this roster, as on paper they are clear-cut favorites to have the best group of guys, and all it's going to take are how the pieces gel together to determine how elite this team can be at 100%. Ben Simmons being added to the star-studded trio of Kyrie and KD is going to be something that I am so intrigued to see how it plays out, as he now has 2 of the best scorers in the NBA around him, and will definitely be able to boost his confidence with the amount of defensive attention those 2 guys are going to have. Simmons is currently getting back into game shape and is expected to return sometime in March, and if this team brings him back correctly and he is 100% comfortable with being on the floor, this team is going to be absolutely terrifying to watch. Being one of the best defenders in the league on top of being one of the best playmaking finishers with his size and athleticism is something that resembles an almost perfect prototype of a player on this roster, and an added bonus is Simmons is still just 25, entering his prime, and is signed to the team through 2025. 5. Spacing is obviously the area where Simmons had a lot of trouble with, but with this Nets roster, the spacing that they can display on the floor is going to allow Simmons to be at his best self on this team. On top of Kyrie and KD, if the Nets really wanted to, they could throw out a lineup of something like Kyrie, KD, Curry, and Joe Harris while playing Simmons at the 5, which would allow him to practically do whatever he wants in the paint with the amount of lethal shooters he has around him. Simmons is a proven all-star in the NBA, and we all know that the situation he was in Philadelphia was nowhere near ideal for both him and the team, yet with a fresh start and pieces around him that I genuinely believe will put him in the best possible situation to succeed, we could see a new level of Ben Simmons that we've never seen before, and with that will make this Nets team almost impossible to stop with a full healthy lineup. KD is projected to return before the playoffs begin, and there is a rather odd scenario that the Nets could take with Kyrie about his vaccination status that I did mention in one of my previous videos that you guys can check out after this, where the team could pay a fine for Kyrie to be able to play in every game. So depending on that, this team could be back at full strength very soon, just in time for the playoffs. Seth Curry is going to create an incredibly talented guard room coming off the bench with Patty Mills, and has proven to be a solid starting point guard on the Sixers if Kyrie were to be out of playing home games with the Nets, and Drummond is a much needed presence at the 5 when the team is going to need to play strong competition in the playoffs at the center position like the Cavs and the Sixers. And on top of this, what's really funny to me is the fact that in a way, the 76ers traded pieces to the Nets that are going to help the Nets cover the 76ers defensively, as Drummond is the team's best option personally to guard Embiid. And no, I'm not saying he's going to lock him up, he's just the best interior defender the team has, and Simmons being one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, I think he's going to give Harden a very hard time defensively, which is yet another positive for this team. There are many things that would still need to go right for this team to succeed, which would honestly be the only thing holding them back from winning the title, as they would still need to get their full death lineup on the floor together. Yet I think no matter what, this trade has definitely benefited the Nets greatly, as above all the fantastic pieces they received, they also got 2 first-round picks. Only time will tell just how good this team will end up becoming. If you want me to analyze the 76ers in another video, let me know down below in the comments, and as always, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button to help the video get shared along YouTube's algorithm, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more NBA videos like this one that I will be posting multiple times per week. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great night.